So historically, every year I've been doing it for the last 8 or so years. I give out the very prestigious Helwani Nose Awards. They used to be the MMA Awards, moved over to ESPN. We renamed them the Helwani Nose Awards. In fact, you have been the recipient of a few of these awards. Lest we forget, back in 2018, you won the Fighter of the Year award. What a great honor that was in your life. Did you
One
ever
of the
get the
best.
trophy, by the way? Do you have it in your trophy
Yeah,
case?
it's in my trophy case, right
Okay.
next to my SB.
Okay. I
Oh,
mean,
big boy. Big boy got an SB.
look, I
Ooh.
mean, well deserved. January 6th, I'll be giving out my awards. I'll even have a special guest host with me to do so. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's the most extensive award show
Ben
in the
Askren.
business. No, I would not. Come on. I would never reveal that here, and I would never allow someone like Ben Askren to steal the spotlight on such a prestigious day. But it's like 20 categories. I mean, it's just poster of the year, moment of the year, fighter, etc. But this is kind of like your last opportunity to speak to the people, at least on this program. And so I wanted to give you the opportunity to hand out some hardware if you'd like. I mean, you don't have to.
I would like to. I would
Okay.
like to.
All
Right?
right.
So, huh?
You want to go ahead? I could tee you
No,
up or
no, you don't need to tee me up. I'm
okay,
gonna
thank
rip
you.
here for a second. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, guys. So here we go. The most prestigious awards
No,
in
get out of
all
here.
of
Get out of here.
hey, the Daniel Cormier Awards for 2020. I'm gonna go here first. I'm gonna start here first because you got to build.
You got to
First,
build.
I'm gonna give you the event of the year, UFC 249. We spoke about it earlier in the show, and as the first fight to come back, nothing will ever look like what we saw down in Jacksonville at the ViStar Arena, the home of the five-time ABA basketball champion. I can't remember the name of the team,
Wow.
but
Okay.
they won a few titles down there. That event was fantastic. Female fight of the year. Listen, no, fight of the year first. I'll go
Okay.
fight of the year first.
All right.
Fight of the year, I'm going to go Joanna Jacek and Zhang Wei Li. Guys, it's very easy to do what Ariel just did, the recency bias, right? Well, remember,
Wow.
Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo was fantastic. And I started to think like that myself. Maybe that would be my fight of the year. But the reality is, what those two women did in that octagon back in March was like nothing we'd ever seen. And part of the reason Romero and Adesanya looked so bad was because of what we saw right before with Wei Li versus Joanna Jacek. It was a fantastic fight. I mean, you saw the highest level of mixed martial arts. You saw Joanna take off. You saw Wei Li catch up. You see Wei Li fade. You saw Joanna take the lead. You see Wei Li come back in the fifth round where the fight was on the table and really cement herself as the champion of that weight class by beating one of the best champions, the best champion that weight class I'd ever seen.
And what
From
about that
there, I'll give
hematoma? I mean, that was an all-time
that
hematoma.
hematoma was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hasim Rahman like
Mark
hematoma on
Hominick,
the
like,
head.
yes.
I mean, or the guy Mark Hominick, right?
Yeah, I
Like
just said that.
who do he fight against? That's a Canadian guy,
Jose
right?
Aldo, yes. UFC
Yeah, I
121.
mean, just to see that and to see that in a female fight, right? It just was crazy. Submission of the year. You know, I'm gonna give it to Jimmy Flick last weekend flying
What?
triangle
What?
right
Here you
away.
are telling me about recency bias.
Wait,
You're
no, no,
talking
wait,
about
listen,
happened
listen.
2 days ago.
There's two. No, Jimmy Flick. There's two because
You
you
can't
know
give
who I
two.
was giving
You
it
can't
to.
give two. You got to give
No,
one.
you know who I was you know who I was gonna give it to Ariane Lipsky and Mackenzie Dern for those knee bars, but that flying triangle was insane, and also against the level of competition that he fought in order to pull it off. So
Wow.
I'm
Young
giving Jimmy
DC,
Flick
right?
the submission here. Flying triangle. Was that?
Young DC.
That's what I said. I've never tried or would try nothing like that. Knockout of the year. Um, I'm going with Kevin Holland. I like I know everybody's gonna say Joaquin Buckley, but like I said, the great Owen Hart, that was one of his finishing moves. So I've seen it time and time again. I've seen Owen do that same move Joaquin did. So I'm gonna go and say when you knock somebody out off your back with hammer fist, insane. Female fight of the year, Zhang Wei Li.
Sorry.
Female fight of the year. Go ahead. Say your point. Say your point.
Go,
Say your
go
point.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Female fighter of the year, Zhang Wei Li, because there is something to the level of competition. Valentina Shevchenko looked fantastic in winning 2 fights, but beating Joanna, to me, a little bit bigger than the Jennifer Maia and Caitlin Chukagian fights at this point. Amanda Nunes fought Felicia Spencer. I know Amanda could probably be the fighter of the year every single year, but I'm going Zhang Weili. Male fighter of the year, Davison Figueiredo. We spoke about this last week, I'm sorry. And when you could when you can win the belt, but not win the belt because you didn't make the weight, and then win the belt again, defend the belt, and then defend the belt even though it was a draw. No champions fight 4 times in 1 year. And Davison Figueiredo should be honored for that schedule and the way that he's fought.
Man, it's so typical that you wouldn't give it to Marvin Vittori after the snub, the EA snub. I can't believe you're doing Marvin dirty like
Fighter
that.
of the year?
Yeah, of course.
What's he fought? One time?
No, twice. I mean, he had that big win over Jack Hermanson. By the way, I love how you make a joke about recency bias. You give Kevin Holland, who just got that knockout 2 weeks ago, Figueiredo,
Joaquin Buckley.
By the way, these aren't the December awards. I'm talking about the 2020 awards, not the December awards here.
Knockout was fantastic, but man, I've never seen what Kevin Holland did, and that's crazy. I've never seen it. It just doesn't happen.
Okay. That was it? Didn't you have another
one?
You
like that, huh? You like
another one? Didn't you have one more? Breakout fighter.
Oh, breakout fighter of the year. Yes, Kevin Holland.
Oh,
for
Kevin
sure.
Ooh, wow.
Kevin Holland, for sure.
Oh my gosh,
breakout
I want to weigh in on this.
5 victories in 7 months. Get that man in the game. Get Kevin Holland in the game.
If only we knew someone that could get him in the game.
And Khamzat Chimaev deserves an honorable mention.
Oh, honorable mention. You can't give it out.
Khamzat deserves an honorable mention, but I'm going Kevin Holland. Right now. And you know what actually kind of put me over on Kevin Holland? Because right after the fight, he's like, Khamzat, what's up? Like nobody wants to fight Khamzat Chimaev, right? Kevin Holland's like, yo, you want to do it next week? I'm here. So
you went from driving the bandwagon, the Khamzat bandwagon, to snubbing
him. I'm still driving the Khamzat bandwagon.
Snubbing him.
But you five victories in 7 months is Kevin Holland is the breakout fighter of the year. It's not even close.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to get my picks.
Watch how many of yours are the same as mine. Don't buy. Just know now that you can't pick the same as I did.
That's it. What you can't. You can't. Don't worry.
You look like you're copying me.
Most of them aren't the same because yours were just a little bit off. I mean, again, I will say these weren't the December awards. These were the 2020 awards that I was asking you, but it seemed like you were focusing on December. That's all well and good.